Hello there, everyone. I am so happy to be here again today. Happy December. I know the holidays are approaching, and we have been seeing a few cases of flu already. And, it's notorious for that time of, it's a notorious time for flu. So we just wanted to discuss that. I hope you all had a happy Thanksgiving and you ate something healthy during that time. So I want to talk about a few things here today regarding preventing any infection, not just flu alone during this season, because that's pretty common, right? People have cold, flu, bronchitis, pneumonia, and all kinds of things during this season. So is it really the cold weather? And especially here in Dallas, we can't even say that anymore, right? Because it's not even cold. It's like 60 degrees today. It's beautiful. So it's not even really the cold weather, but we're already seeing that. So it's not really the cold weather. So what is it that actually causes us to become sick? We need to first understand that in order for us to be able to prevent or treat anything. So, first things first, of course, eating a good diet. And I know that we talk about this in every Facebook Live, no matter what it's about, whether it's about bowels, whether it's about your respiration, whether it's about flu, whether it's about allergies. I talk about it every single time. Oh, that's good, Kiran. I'm so glad. So, saying that, which means that diet is so important, especially this time of the year. People do two things that I hope my listeners and viewers today will not do this holiday season. I really hope that you actually take what I say to heart and start applying that from today because today is a good day. So, the one thing that we all do during this time, or most people do, is eat bad foods, right? As soon as the holidays approach, people actually want to go to Costco and grab every pie, every cake available and celebrate. I mean, but celebration doesn't necessarily mean that we need to put processed junk in our body. That does not mean that we actually make ourselves sick. So definitely be more cognitive of how you celebrate. If you're eating healthy still during celebration, if you're actually making sure that you're getting your vegetables, your greens, your fruits, if nothing, at least make a smoothie every single day. Put chia seeds in there, put flax seeds in there, which are all good omega-3 sources, which prevent inflammation, which fight off inflammation. So those are some things that you can do today to help prevent any infection, any immune system deficiency. Because it's not the flu virus that's actually out there to get you. It is your immune system when it actually drops down, when it actually drops its guard down, that anything can take over you as a host and start multiplying. So I want you to understand this very clearly. We are not afraid of the flu virus. We need to actually take better control of our immune system so we stay healthy. The second thing that people do is, this is more for adults, sometimes for kids as well, but people stress during holidays. I mean, this is the time to feel gratitude. This is the time to give. This is the time to feel joy. This is the time to be in the presence of family. This is the time to be supported and, feel the happiness of being together. Instead, people stress over small stuff and pretty much get or let go of joy in the whole process. They're preparing and they want everything to be so perfect that they're stressing out so much that they don't actually get to enjoy anything. And of course, stress is going to also lower your immune system. So don't stress the small stuff. Go out there, be happy. Find happiness, be happy, be joyous, be more grateful. And that itself is actually going to help your immune system. So the third thing that people don't do now is not moving, right? Because it's cold, people actually start huddling in front of the TV, watching every movie about Christmas from December 1st all the way to the 25th, counting down for Christmas. And yes, those are all really happy moments that you can create with your family, but move, move, get your kids to move. Even when they start their vacation, get the kids to move. The more they move, their lymphatic system is going to function better, their immune system in turn is going to function better, their body is going to be able to fight off anything that comes across their body without even letting it know. So it's a very simple thing to do, but the lymphatic system needs to be moving, and for that to be moving, you need to move. So if nothing, if you have a rebounder, if you have a the trampoline, get your kids to jump on it. Go jump on it. When you have a vacation, go jump as a family. Have some fun in the process. But that's one of the best things that you can do right now. The fourth thing that you can do to prevent is start drinking warm water. Okay, I know I harp about this all the time, but it's important. The next thing that actually moves the lymphatic system is water, and warm preferably, especially now that the weather is cold. You do want to keep your body temperature warm, the organs functioning more optimally so that your lymphatic system can move optimally, keep your immune system strong, and thereby preventing infections. So it's as simple as that. Start practicing that. Even if your kids won't drink warm water first, start with lukewarm, start with room temperature, move up to warm eventually. It will keep your bowels clean. The more warm water you drink, the bowels will be very clean. You will actually not have a filthy, dirty colon. So, which means that your body is going to detoxify better. When it detoxifies better, your lymphatic system functions better, your immune system functions better. So drink more water. The next thing, take vitamin D. Okay, so this is a time we don't really go out much. Even if you do go out, even if the weather is as beautiful as it is today, most people are stuck in a building. They don't really go out, get sun enough. You don't have enough vitamin D in your system. This is another important reason why people get sick in the winter. It's not because of the cold weather. It's because of the depletion of vitamin D from the body that actually brings down your immune system quickly. So that also causes people to get sick. So I'm going to summarize the 5 things that you need to do. The first thing, eat healthy. Second, be happy. Don't stress. 3, drink more warm water. 4th, move. 5th, take a vitamin D supplement. So these are some of the things that you can do, and there are so many vitamin D supplements out there. Make sure you are actually getting a good one, something that's maybe liposomal, that's actually easily absorbed by the body, because so many people take vitamin D supplements, but they don't necessarily absorb them because they'll have a blood work done that says their vitamin D level is like 30, and then 6 months down the line they still take it again and it's still 35. And that shouldn't be the case, right? So if you're taking something, it should actually make a difference. So take a good quality one. That's very important. Otherwise, you're not really, you're just throwing the money away, okay? And not even benefiting your body. Your liver still has to process it, whether you take a good one or not. And you're just putting your body through so much work for no reason. So make sure you actually take that, okay? So now, if you do have flu, what do? Do you have to run and, get Tamiflu? Is it what you need to do? Or is there an alternative to it? Is there something that we can do naturally? We absolutely can do things that are completely natural to help with flu. So I'm going to tell you something that happened just this past week. With Thanksgiving, we had one of the parent actually contact us. Her son was diagnosed with flu, and he's not a current patient of ours. But she reached out to us to ask if we're open on Black Friday, and we were not. But when she reached out to us, we actually gave her a suggestion on what to do. And she did, and the kid got better the next day. And he was diagnosed with flu at urgent care. So despite that, as much as we've heard of, oh my God, if you have, if you have the flu, you're going to actually have intense symptoms, it's going to last longer, and so on and so forth, versus this kid here, the next day he felt better. And that was the case with another child that we were treating for flu as well. So I want you to realize that this is doable, this is possible. It's not something that's just a story, but this is something that, we do on a regular basis. So when you do treat naturally, you don't have to worry about that as much, okay? I'm going to answer all the questions at the end of it after I actually go over the things that you need to do. But keep the questions coming. Thank you so much. I appreciate all the questions. Keep it coming, and I'll definitely answer all of them before I finish the live. So the things that you can do. The first sign of anything that even if you think it is just a cold, you don't know whether it's a flu or not. Okay, if the kid starts sniffling, or if you start sniffling, if you start feeling achy, chills, and so on and so forth, the first thing that you need to do is aconite 200C, a homeopathic remedy, and bryonia 30C, another homeopathic remedy as well. And these two, at least 3 times a day, if possible even up to 5 times a day. So when you do that, you will actually prevent the flu from going any further, or even if it's a cold, it will actually arrest the symptoms right there, so it doesn't go much further from there. So aconite 200C, bryonia 30C, you need to have this on hand if you don't have it already. So these two remedies are going to be really handy. Then there are other remedies that you can actually use as well. And on top of this, not just homeopathic, but there are other things that you can do, like fire cider, which is very helpful, zinc, which is also very helpful, echinacea. Okay, these are all things that you can actually do to bring your immune system up at the same time. Because fire cider, the spiciness, the heat, and all of those things, those stimulate your lungs. Those actually help your immune system fight off the infection better. So those are some of the things that you can do. Then other homeopathic remedies would be indicated, would be gelsemium, ristox, arsenicum album, okay, belladonna. These are other remedies that will be indicated for flu as well. So one of the things that I actually direct you to is to go onto our website at hygieiahomeopathy.com. And if you go there, on the menu, there is a tab called as Heal Naturally. So click on that tab and you will be able to see Heal Your Flu. Okay, so click on that. If you go there, you will be able to download the protocol on how to treat different stages of the flu. So that way you already have a protocol that's there that you can actually read. So you don't have to write down the names of the remedies or remember the spelling of it. It's already there. You can print it out. It's a PDF that's available. You can print it out, put it on your refrigerator so anybody can do it. You can also get these remedies and keep them at hand. So if something happens like this, you can absolutely start them right off the bat and you don't have to run from store to store trying to buy it. Another thing that I often suggest for all of my patients, as well as my viewers and listeners, is, if you don't have a kit, get a kit. Get a homeopathic kit, because we are all about empowering our patients to do better for themselves, especially in acute cases, because it would be so much better if you can take care of your family, at least in acutes. Okay, so you don't have to run to us. You don't have to worry about, oh my God, I have to pay a person, I have to run to the urgent care. You don't have to think about all of those things, just get a kit, have it at home. We have the PDF protocols on our website already for so many different illnesses, flu, cold, sinusitis, ear infection, and so on and so forth, even strep throat. So these are all really amazing things that is already available to you. Just get a good kit. You do need a kit that actually will have all of the remedies that's in our protocols. So we have the kit as well from our office. So if you need to get a kit, call our office and we'd be more than happy to actually give you that. So that way you have these remedies at hand. If not, just go and get the flu remedies that's on the PDF protocol right away. That way you are able to better take care of your family. Okay. So I'm going to answer some of the questions. If you do have any questions specifically, please do put it on the comment section so I can actually answer them one by one. Thank you for the questions here. Kiran, what's your vitamin D recommendation? We actually like a couple brands that we use. We use Physica or Healthy Drops. Those are both liposomal and they are really well absorbed. And we like both of those brands. Those are the brands that we use. And that's also with D3 and K2, so which is even better. What do I think of cod liver oil? Cod liver oil is, yes, it can be a good way of actually getting some amount of vitamin D as well as omega-3. So yes, it can be a good source of boosting your immune system. Echinacea Supreme or immune support, I have both. The directions are for adults only. What is your suggested dose for either one? So we'll have to look at the dosage in the sense of how potent each one is. There are so many brands out there. So if you have the milligrams, that would be helpful. Kids don't really need that much. Kids actually probably, even you can do echinacea tea rather than doing it as a capsule form. You can do echinacea tea for them. You can do astragalus tea for them. You can also do turmeric tea for kids. Those are all really good ways of actually boosting their immune system without having to do much. At the beginning of any cold flu symptoms, we do aconite 200C and Brino 30C at the same time, up to 5 times a day, correct? So yes, not exactly at the same time. You at least want to give 5 minutes in between each other so that, one remedy actually is absorbed and then you actually add the next remedy. So give at least 5 minutes in between the usage of both each remedy. Can you type up the brands? I would be happy to. And so we actually carry both of these brands of vitamin D in our office, the Physica as well as Healthy Drops. So if you want it, you can actually get it from our office as well. So I've typed the brands right there. So are there any other questions that I can answer? And is that a tincture, Kiran? Herb Farm tincture and Hygieia organic tincture, or are they capsules? Thank you, Lori. So yes, if it is from our office, you take 2 pills, but if you're going to get it from Boiron or Highlands from the store, then take 5 pills of each. So I want you all to be, first of all, fearless about it, fearless about flu. Okay. Oh, that might be a good name for a next book, Fearless for Flu. So fearless because it is not as it's actually talked about, that oh my god, that's the worst thing that could happen, and people are panicking left, right, and center. It is just like anything else. It's not the acute version of cancer, I promise. Okay, so let's not panic. It's not that big of a deal. If your child has it, if you have it, it can be treated. So the flu can be a problem in people who are malnourished, in countries where there is not enough nutrition, if they have no care, and so on and so forth. But for the most part, if you are actually listening to me right now, I think you have enough money to be able to feed your kids as well as you. So here, nobody's malnourished. We are not going to die from the flu. So please don't buy into the propaganda of fear. Okay. So I want you to actually feel so much more in control, that flu is just like anything else. Just like you won't freak out for even an ear infection. I hope you don't, because I think, we already have those ways. And if also, I would love to hear if there are any particular things that you do feel scared of that you want us to address in our future FB Live, because I'll be happy to. I'll be happy to talk about some of the things that you're afraid of, you don't know how to deal with on your own. And because our FB Live is all about empowering you to make better choices, to actually live fearlessly, to be able to know that you are in full control of your life and of your health. And that's what I want for you. So if there's anything that we can actually discuss, we'd be more than happy to. So Kiran, yes, tincture. So if it's a tincture, again, you have to see how much is the, the potency of it. But you can actually do maybe like, a drop or 2 first. It shouldn't be too much as well. Elderberry syrup is another one that's really, really good for preventing flu as well as, treating flu, because it again helps the immune system, and kids love it, right? And we also have actually a local person who makes the elderberry syrup here, and we carry it in the office now for people's needs. And we'll actually, it's not just for our patients, anybody can come and buy it. It's completely organic and it's really good. So anybody can do that. Can both adults and kids take elderberry syrup every day? Yes. I don't usually recommend that you take it all through the year, because you do want to actually eat better all through the year as well. But just now, in this time of the year, elderberry syrup might be a good idea to do from possibly December all the way until February or so, February to March. Absolutely, Aarti, happy to do this. Yes, see, so, Kiran says that I nipped it in the bud with whatever Adi had this morning, just 1 dose of aconite and bryonia. And that is the power of homeopathy. I mean, I've seen this every single time, right? I mean, we do this I do this for a living. And of course, I have 2 children of my own, and this is how we treat our kids. The reason why I can be so fearless about it is not because I've studied this, it's because I've practiced this. I've actually seen this working so effectively every single time. I mean, my kids actually get sick probably once a year or so, and it runs 24 hours at the most. And that is because of homeopathy. It's not, and of course, the diet. We take really good care of their diet. They actually eat an amazingly well diet, so those are some of the things that I often do, of course, to get them to move and so on and so forth. But I mean, this is possible for anybody, and I want this for everybody as well. What are your thoughts on sugar with suppressing immune system? Exactly. That's exactly the thing with, the holidays, right? I was telling you about people going and getting every pie and cake at Costco or Sam's. And that's what happens when people eat so much of sugar. That actually does depress their immune system. So they get sick from that. And they don't understand that. They think it's the winter. So whenever we actually have a lot of celebration, unfortunately, we celebrate with too much bad food. So, I mean, I probably talk about this all the time, and that's because that's absolutely true. That the more we actually associate pleasure with sugar or these kinds of junk foods, we are actually going to keep seeking those foods whenever we are trying to celebrate. So we'll have to revamp the whole system, at least in our homes, to celebrate with health, right? Without your health, you have nothing. Without your children's health, you have nothing. So we have to celebrate with our health. So we'll be happy only when we feel good. So it's very important that we actually celebrate with those kinds of things. Be more cognitive of what you're putting in your mouth this holiday season. Be more cognitive of what you put in your mind this holiday season. So I hope that, when I meet you next year, the brand new year, I hope that this holiday season really, really works so well for you, health-wise, abundance-wise, prosperity-wise, gratitude-wise, in every single way. I hope that this holiday season actually brings all of those things to you, rather than disease and illness and stress. What about diluting the homeopathic pills in water? How many pellets and how much water? That's not necessary. You don't have to dilute it in water. You can just take 2 pills, or if it's ours, and if it's Boiron or Highlands, 5 pills directly in the mouth. It does not have to be diluted. Oh, I'm glad. I'm glad that you found this information good. All right. So thank you so much for joining today. I really appreciate you spending this time with me. I hope that you have the information. Again, this video will be available for anyone to watch later. You can also share this information to other people so they get empowered as well, and they're able to treat their family. I wish you all a very, very happy holidays, a prosperous, healthy, abundant one. And I'm so thankful for all of you for being here with me, as well as for the ability to bring this to you. I'm truly grateful for everything that we are able to do for this. I appreciate all of you, and I will see you in 2020. Thank you so much.